Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hi, welcome back. Sorry, just tried to correct a little bit of the video. I'm not going to show you my blood sugar because my pump's still not warmed up, so I'm doing 2 today. So I want to talk to you about developing a medical team you can trust. And I've always felt this way ever since I was newly diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic, and I was sent to the health center for children, and they gave me this doctor who I believe was an endocrinologist. He had no bedside manner for a teenager, a young teenager at that. And I can remember him telling me to do something, and I said, well, why do we have to do that? And his answer back was, because I tell you so. And to this day, that I wanted more. I wanted to know why I have to do something. There's different types of people who learn differently. So I had to think how I was going to say that. And if you're finding you're not getting all the information you want out of your doctor, or you're just not clicking with that doctor, then by all means go out looking for a new one. You could go back to your GP and say, you know what, I'd like a new endocrinologist. If you don't have an endocrinologist, go to your GP and say, this is what I'd like in an endocrinologist. You may not know. And since that time, I've obviously aged. Can't you tell the crow's feet? There we go. But all my doctors, with the exception of one at the time, now I think I could get along with them fine, but in my early diabetic days, I didn't want anything to do with him. I didn't want anything to do with diabetes, to tell you the truth. People kept giving me stuff I had to do. And it was at the beginning of out of my teenage years into young adulthood. You know, I could be responsible for running a store all night, but yet I could not be able to handle modifying my own insulin. Then I got an endocrinologist that I totally clicked with. And she was able to solve a lot of things for me. We came up with a plan of what we actually need to do, how to handle highs, how to handle lows, what's to happen if I start showing moderate ketones. It was kind of like, okay, well, here's your tools. I've got instructions on how to utilize these tools. And I utilize them. I use these tools day in and day out. Now, I didn't want to let her down. Also, in BC, I had someone, or the province, buy me my pump. See, just so proves it's still warming. I don't know if you can read that, but it says sensor still warming. Sensor warm up. But I was learning how to take care of my diabetes. Didn't mean it always worked. But we got into a good groove. And Dr. Wallace opened up my eyes to how you could actually take care. Now, she was my doctor for a good 20 years. She probably was the longest I had an endocrinologist, one endocrinologist. Then she left to go teach at medical school at the University of British Columbia. And I got to choose who I wanted to be my endo. And I chose a gentleman. And I get the feeling he still would bend over backwards for me. I don't know if I'm reading into this, but anytime I ask for anything, he will do what he can. So that's sort of like you have a doctor who will back you up. It's not sort of like boom, 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 that you're butting heads the whole time, because no one really wins. You're going to start resenting what that doctor will be doing for you. So, whether it's a doctor, your nurse, any part of your diabetic team, you want to ensure you have ones you feel comfortable talking with. And that you can build a strong plan with. My diabetic nurse. I went to her, and this was pretty early on in our time patient nurse relationship. And she went away for a couple of weeks, and I ended up to see her replacement. The replacement totally, oh no, you have to do this and you have to do that, and totally went through and tried to change the whole plan of how I treat my diabetes. And it was sort of like, no, this is what I'm going to be doing. And since that time, I've carried on. And we've gone through different replacements, and no nurse has tried that again. And it's sort of like, we're moving out of the era where the medical professionals know everything. And if it works for A, it'll work for B. It'll work for C. Doesn't work that way, sorry. Anyway, build a dream build a team that you can believe in. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Probably tomorrow. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.